Hi students, in today's class we are going to discuss about what is Python, what are the features, all these we are going to discuss. Students, can you hear me? Is my voice is clear? Is my voice is clear, students? Okay. All the students, can you see the screen? So here this Python classes will be for 2 months, students. So within 2 months, we are going to discuss about all these concepts. So here I'm just showing you the chapters what we are going to discuss. So in within 2 months, yeah, same only, same timing. Timing will not change. Okay. And here core in core Python, we are going to discuss about Python features, then installation, data types, number system, string handling, input function and conversion functions, then operators, if condition examples, then match case, like a switch case we'll say. Switch case, here we are saying match case, for loop examples, while loop examples, then collection data types, like we'll say data structures, collection data types, and string manipulations, regular expressions, functions, exception handling, file handling, modules and packages, like all these comes under core Python. In advanced Python, we are going to discuss about all these object-oriented programming, then desktop applications. So desktop applications we can call as GUI applications or Windows applications. And here we can see internet and email. So in advanced Python, students will learn how to develop desktop applications. Like, yeah, I will see, I will tell all this. Just now I've started, no? Let me explain a few things, okay? So here, when we say about desktop applications here you are going to learn how to create a form with controls like labels, text boxes, buttons, radio buttons, a drop down list, all this, like a login form, registration form, other forms, and we can integrate with the database. All these will be there. And here internet and email we are going to discuss, networking, multi-threading, database programming. Database programming means we'll say PDBC, Python database connectivity. Okay, and here you can see web scraping is there here. Okay, so when we say about database programming, then you will learn how to connect the Python program or application with different databases, with SQLite database, MySQL, SQL Server, Oracle. All these we are going to discuss. So here we'll see how to install MySQL, then executing the commands. All these will see installation, databases installation, and executing the commands, then writing the programs, all this. And here you can see web scraping is there here. So web scraping means if the data is not available in a file or else in database, so we can access the data from websites. So, like many companies or many businesses, they are going to they'll depend on the data published in internet, like which is published by central government organizations or state government organizations or by the governments. Like they will access the information and they'll display it in this Python application they'll display. Okay, so it can be the information related to the shares, or it can be related to the information related to crops or seeds or fertilizers, or the information related to the pharmaceutical companies or medicines, anything. So we can access and we can display it. Okay, so after completing core and advanced Python, these options, we are going to discuss about the versions here, like features in all these versions. So in Python, latest version is, here I'm typing python.org, I'm typing here. So here you can see downloads 3.10.6 is there here. 3.10.6. So 3.10.6 is the latest version, because here when you use python.org, this is the official site. So here what all examples we'll see for 2 months. So within in core and advanced Python, like all the examples we are going to see in 3.10.6 only. Okay, and here we are going to discuss about the old version features also. So we need to know what is introduced in 3.7, 3.8, 3.9, 3.10. All these features we are going to discuss with examples. With examples we'll see. And after that we are going to discuss about Python advanced libraries are there. Advanced modules will say. Advanced libraries or modules. In simple words, we can say Python files or programs. Module is nothing but a program, Python program or file. So here we are going to discuss about pandas, numpy, then scientific Python, Seaborn, matplotlib. Like all these are used in data science. So these are Python modules only. And here we'll see the examples using all these. We'll see the examples in the last classes, and we are going to discuss about like unit testing also. So unit testing we are going to discuss. So this is done by the programmer. Developer can do testing. So when we say about testing, we can say manual testing, automation, then unit testing, integration testing, white box testing, black box testing. All these are there. Okay, so this unit testing is used to test the code, whether it is giving proper result or not. Then what is the execution speed of the code? So here we'll use a different tools or softwares are used, like PyTest, Splinter, like all these are there. All these we can use it. Okay, so here to complete all these concept chapters, so it is going to take time, like 2 months it will take, and after that we can discuss about the project also. So that project will be on desktop applications and database integration. So we can develop desktop application using Python, and we can do the integration. All these can be done. And here I've told only the names, chapters names I've told. So in DURGASOFT site, you can see the complete course information is there here. Complete information you can see here. So here, like every day, I'm going to send you the recorded session. I'll send, and I'll send you the device notes also. Device notes I'll send, and here we are going to focus on like theory and programming also. Like here in core and advanced Python, we are going to discuss nearly 300 to 400 programs. We are going to discuss, and it is just like project oriented training only, not just explaining the basics. So here we are going to discuss about the coding also. Okay, so here we are going to focus on core and advanced Python will discuss, and we'll see many examples, many programs we are going to discuss here. Okay, and here like in 2 months we are going to discuss this. Like in the website, here you can see this. So in the website, you can see like what all we are going to discuss for 2 months. Python basics, then operators, then Python IDEs. Like here we have many IDEs here. We're working with PyCharm, then working with Anaconda and Jupyter, Spider, all these are there. So I'm going to explain how to run programs in different IDEs, integrated development environments. Okay, and here we'll see flow controls, loop statements, strings in Python, collections, Python list, tuple, set, dictionary, functions, modules, packages, exception handling, file handling, OOPS concepts, regular expressions, database connections, working with date and time, OS module, then working with advanced concepts, working with desktop applications, and working with MS Excel, so data analytics, working like here I'll give introduction to data science. So here we'll see what is data analysis, what is data science. Then we'll see how to work with pandas, numpy, matplotlib. All these we are going to discuss. All these will be there. Okay. And now here we'll see what is Python, then what are the features, all these we'll discuss now. So when we say about Python here, Python will call it as a powerful language, and it is called as a general purpose programming language. So if you want to develop any type of application or any category of application, then by using Python, it is possible here. So before Python, old languages used to be there, old programming languages like Pascal is there. So Pascal language is used for developing scientific applications, and the Fortran language is to be there. So it is used to develop complicated mathematical applications, and COBOL language is there. It is used for business or commercial applications. Okay. So when after Python, when Python is introduced here, so in Python you can work with, you can develop scientific applications, and you can work with mathematical and numerical calculations applications, and you can develop any business or commercial application can be developed using Python. Okay, so here when you are working with Python, you can develop desktop applications like what I said before. You can develop websites, web applications, then scientific applications, networking applications. So networking applications means where you can transfer the data, audio, video streaming, all these are possible. So now here I'm using GoToMeeting. GoToMeeting is a network application like Google Meetings, Zoom, Skype. All these comes under network applications in mobiles when we are using WhatsApp, Instagram, Telegram, then Facebook, Instagram. All these comes under network applications. And if you want to develop games applications or animation applications, then by using Python, it is possible. Okay, and here using Python, here this Python is developed by Guido van Rossum in the year 1989. It is developed here in 1989. This Python is developed like more than 30 years. So 30 years back, this Python is developed. Okay, initially it is introduced as an internal project for mathematical research institute called CWI, located in Netherlands, as internal project. And in 1991, it is released for public, so that IT companies or other companies can use Python software and can develop applications or projects. Okay, so here when we say about Python, it is introduced in the year 1989, and Java is introduced in the year 1995, and Microsoft.NET is introduced in the year 2000. So before Java, before .NET, this Python is there. It is very old language. Okay, and like in the starting years, Python is like very silent, like it is not very popular. Okay, so like in the beginning years, it is used in some companies, in some colleges, in some universities. It is there as syllabus. Okay, in syllabus it is there. Okay, but from last 7 8 years, we have seen like Python demand is increasing. Like it has become very popular. Like from last 7 8 years, we are seeing like year by year, Python popularity is increasing, and the other languages developers or programmers, they are attracted to Python, and they are shifting to Python. All this is happening. Okay, so students may be having a doubt, like why it is silent for many years and why suddenly it has become popular. Like all these we are going to see in today's session. So I'll tell you what is the reason behind this, all this. Okay, so here when we say about this Python, so we can use Python for many other things here. So we can use Python for data science, Python for big data. So Python we can use for AWS. Python we can use it for IoT, Internet of Things. Python we can use it for robotics. Then websites, developing websites. So for all these we can use Python. That possibility is there here. Okay. So here when we say about Python, Python is used for mathematical and numerical calculations. Like from the starting, from the beginning years, even now also, Python is popular for calculations, mathematical and numerical calculations. And Python is automation expert. So whatever work we are doing manually, that manual work can be done automatically using Python. So instead of sitting in front of the system, typing, clicking on the button, doing all this, so whenever you want to go for automation, Python is used. And Python is used to handle big data also, large amount of data. So that we'll see in today's session, like what is this big data, what are the tools, all these we are going to see. And Python is used to handle a large amount of Python is used to develop any application or any software. So that is possible here. Okay, so here when we say about this uh, Python here, so we can do comparison with Java here. Okay, so we can do comparison with Java, with Python with Java. So we cannot compare with C language. C language and Python are completely different. Okay, so when you are working with Java here, Java is used for like Java and Python both are used for developing enterprise applications, like which are used in numerous systems in companies or else in industries. Okay, and like they can be used even in legacy systems also. In older systems they can be used. So Java and Python we can use it for enterprise applications. Okay, and Java is used for developing websites, mobile applications, all these. And when it comes to automation, data science, machine learning, then deep learning, then artificial intelligence, plotting, visualization, all this is done with Python. Okay, so whenever you want to go with all these, then we can use this Python is used here. Okay, so when we see the popularity, like when we see the share of Java and Python here, So in 2010, so Java is having 43% in the market. It is there for 43%. And in 2010, Python share is only 3%. Okay. And here in 2020, Java share is like a 19%, Python share is 31%, you can see. So year by year, so Python popularity is increasing here. So why means because many reasons are there here. Many reasons are existing. And here when you are working with this Python here, so here you can here now you can learn core and advanced Python. And while learning core and advanced Python, you can learn another basic course is there that you can learn. That is UI technologies. So UI technologies is required for like Python developers, then Java developers, .NET developers, even students if they are learning other courses. UI technologies course is the beginning course, basic course. So when you are learning core and advanced Python, then you can learn parallelly in some other slot. You can learn UI technologies. So which contains HTML, HTML5, JavaScript, CSS, jQuery, Bootstrap, DOM, all these will be there. All these you can complete. UI technologies you can complete within 45 days. But this is required. Okay. So after completing UI, this core and advanced Python and UI technologies, user interface technologies, you can learn Django after this. So Django is a framework completely developed in Python. Django is what? Framework. It is a framework and it is developed in completely in Python only. And it is used for developing websites. It contains Python files or Python modules are there. Modules means programs. Okay. So students, if you want to learn Django, so first you should complete core and advanced Python. If you complete both core and advanced Python, then it will be easy for you to understand Django. And in Django, we are going to use UI technologies also. Okay. So these the three is combination here. It is like a package. Okay. So if you learn core and advanced Python, UI technologies, and Django, all these three, then you can apply for Python developer jobs or Python full stack developer jobs. Python full stack developer jobs. Okay. And if you are in like this is one stream. Okay. And another stream is there. So after completing core and advanced Python, you can go for you can learn DevOps, AWS. In DevOps, Python is used. In AWS, Python is used. Data science, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and then you can learn the other courses like Internet of Things. Okay, IoT is there, and next is VLSI, embedded systems. Then you can learn when you are learning like this SaaS reporting tools, testing tools. Like for all these, Python is used. Okay, so when you learn Python, it works as it is used as additional skill. After Python, you can see many other courses which are having a good demand in the market. Okay, so here like after Python, it depends on your requirement. You can go for DevOps or AWS, data science, then artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning. Then you can learn IoT, Internet of Things, and you can learn VLS, embedded systems. Then reporting tools, SaaS, testing tools. Many are there. So depends on your requirement, depends on your interest. Then you can learn the other related courses you can learn here. Okay. And here when you are working with uh, Python here, you can see many other like modules are there. In Python, 89,300 modules are there. 89,300 modules which are used for different courses. For different courses they are used. Okay. So here when we say data science, for data science we can see separate modules, separate Python modules or Python programs. So which includes all these. Okay, like as I said before. And here for big data, here we can see Python modules. Okay, so here you can see big data tools are there. Big data tools means Hadoop, Spark, all these are there. Hadoop is there, Spark is there. Okay, so when we are working with social networking sites, or when we are working with e-commerce websites, or when we are working with cloud computing applications, so all these works with a huge amount of data, which is in terabytes or petabytes day to day. Okay, if you take Facebook, so in 1 minute we can see many number of posts the users will do. Okay, so in Twitter in 1 minute we can see many tweets, and in YouTube in 1 minute we can see many videos are uploaded. Okay, like in a Gmail, we can see millions or trillions of users will be there, like storing the data. And if you take Google, like many people will do searching. Okay, even for searching also lot of data is given. So whenever you are working with all these websites, okay, like e-commerce websites, like where payments are done, online shopping websites, cloud computing applications. So we can say cloud means AWS is there, Amazon Web Services. Then we can see like Microsoft Azure is there, Google is there, like all these are into cloud. Okay, so here in this case, like when we say big data, Hadoop is there, Spark is there. So from TB, from terabytes, we'll call it as big data. From terabytes, whatever information we store in the systems, in the servers, it is a big data. So here when we say about the calculation here, we can say byte, kilobyte, megabytes, gigabytes, terabytes, petabytes, exabyte, zettabyte, yottabyte, all these are there. Okay, and here when we say about the implementation here, so when we take like Hadoop, and when we take this here, when we take the tools here, Spark, when we take Hadoop and Spark here, Hadoop and Spark we can implement in different languages here. Scala we can use, Python we can use. Okay, so we can use we can use this Spark with Scala, we can use language, Scala language we can use, and we can use a Spark with Python. Spark with Python we can call it as PySpark. So depends on the requirement we can use. So students, what I'm saying here is when we say about big data tools here, Hadoop and Spark is there. So Spark we can use it with Scala, okay, or else with Python. Okay, so if you are using a Spark with Python, we'll call it as a PySpark. And here you can see, here we can see Python modules to work with networking and to work with test cases like testing. Okay, and here we can see Python modules to work with operating system, and we can see Python modules to work with different databases. So for Oracle, we'll use a CX underscore Oracle module. For MySQL, we'll use PyMySQL. For SQL Server, we'll use PyODBC. Different modules are available. Okay. And if you want to work with MS Excel, Microsoft Excel, different modules are there. And to work with CSV files, comma separated files are there. We can use Python modules are available. And if you are working with JSON, JavaScript object notation, like in internet, when we are transferring the data in internet, JSON is used. JavaScript object notation. So before XML is used to transfer the data in internet. Okay. So XML is not lightweight. JSON is lightweight. Okay. So when we are working with, when you learn Django REST API, then you can learn more about JSON. Here also we can see examples. We'll see examples. And here to work with the mathematics, math module is there. To work with the statistics, statistics module is there. And to work with graphs, Then here separate modules are there. Like here, if you want to draw a normal graph or bar histogram or scatter graphs, various types are there. So to work with all these, Python is providing a different modules it is providing here. So based on the modules, whatever that you want to work, whatever task that you want to do, you can do the task easily here. You can do the task easily. Okay. So here when we see the versions of Python here. So when we see the versions of Python, we can say 1.0, 2.0, 2.7, then 3.0, then 3.6, and 3.7, and here 3.8 is there, 3.9, 3.10 is there. Now you are seeing the latest version of Python, that is 3.10.6 is there. Okay, so here when we see Python 2.7, like we will call this as a stable version, like it is very popular and it is being used for many years. Okay, so like a stable version means companies will use it for many years, and after that we are seeing 3.7 also. 3.7, like we'll call it as a stable version. Okay, so here when we see Python here, before from 7-8 years it has become very popular. So suddenly it has become very popular. Why? Because is when Python 3.0 is introduced. So Python 3.0 is introduced as a new language, or it is introduced as an independent language. 3.0 is the version of Python, but it is introduced as a new language, or it is introduced as an independent language with new features. So they have given a new phase to Python. So we can say before Python 3.0, after Python 3.0, we can say. So they have done drastic changes in Python software or else in Python language. So it has got many new features which are not available in old version. So in Python 3.0, students here backward compatibility is not there. So 3.0 does not support the features of 2.7, 2.0 and 1.0. There we can see break. There we can see break. Backward compatibility is not there. So old version features, they are not carried into new version. So everything is new only. Okay. But after 3.0, we are seeing many new versions: 3.6, 3.7, 3.8, 3.9, 3.10. We are seeing all these. All these are having what? Backward compatibility. Now 3.6 is there. So 3.6 supports 3.0 features. 3.7 supports 3.0, 3.6 features. Now 3.10.6 is there. 3.10.6 supports the features of 3.0 and all the next versions like 3.6, 3.7, 8, 9. All these we are going to execute also. In 3.10.6, we can execute all the things related to previous versions. Okay. So students, as I said before, Python is developed by Guido van Rossum. Okay, and this Python software is maintained. Okay, now we can see like Python software is maintained by Python Software Foundation or Python community. So Python found the software foundation or Python community or this organization is a large community. Like thousands of programmers or lakhs of programmers are working for this Python software, Python language, and releasing new versions, adding new features, releasing new frameworks in Python, new technologies in Python, releasing new modules in Python. So they are doing it. Okay. So Python Software Foundation or Python community members, the members in Python community, they're available in other websites. They're available in social networking sites, and forums in QA science, they are available. Okay. So in future, or else if you are working on Python live or real-time projects, or Python related courses like Django and data science, machine learning, then IoT, all these courses, wherever Python code is used in DevOps, in AWS. So wherever Python code is used, yeah, I will give time. Okay. After explanation, I will give you time. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Okay. So let me explain a few things. So here, like while working on live or real-time projects related to Python and other Python-related projects, then this Python community members, they are going to give technical support. Like if you are having any issue in the project, a technical issue, or if you are unable to do any task, then you can contact them online and you can get the solution for the problem. So they are going to give the assistance while developing the projects and while maintaining the projects. So while maintaining the projects, like at the time, if a system is not supporting, if softwares are not supporting, then at that time, in that case, you can take the help of the Python community and you can do the task. So that possibility is there. So Python community is going to give the support, technical support or guidance only when the projects are being developed in Python 3.0 and later versions. Okay. So if the companies are doing projects in 2.7, then Python community is not responsible for any issues. Okay. So they are going to solve the problems only when the projects are being developed in Python 3.0 and the later versions. So this they have announced in 2020. In 2020, they have already announced that they are going to give technical support only for the projects which are being developed in 3.0 and later versions. Okay. And here when we are working with this Python here, like students may be having a doubt, like can I learn Python? Is it easy? All these doubts students will have. So when we say about this Python here, Python is called as beginner's language. So without having any programming knowledge, without knowing C language basics, they can start with Python. So Python is like nursery level, and it is a friendly language. So it is friendly and it is easy to learn also. So learning Python is easy. If it is compared with C and Java, it is easy because Python syntaxes are very easy to remember. Python rules we can easily follow while doing programming, and Python is more understandable and it is more readable also. Understanding Python is easy. You can understand, and reading this readability is also more, because here we are going to use simple words, not complex words. Like sometimes pronunciation also may be difficult. Like all these won't be there in Python. So students from like IT background and the non-IT students, like those are from civil engineering, mechanical engineering, or those are from electronics and communication, or those are from MBA, marketing or finance, those are from commerce background, and those are working as database administrators, or those are working as SQL developers. Even for them, Python is very useful for them, so they can learn. Okay, so they can learn. So the student, the candidate can be from any stream, they can learn. And even those are working as administrators, or those are working on as SQL developers on databases and all, even they also can learn, because in real time Python scripts are used for administrators can use Python scripts, SQL developers can use Python scripts. So if they want to work with Python programs or scripts, they have to know the Python. So they need to learn. Okay. And here when we say about this Python here, so when you practice every day, like whatever we are discussing, then you can learn easily. So friendly language means you can easily understand the Python, you can learn. See some when we say operating system, some are user friendly, some apps are user friendly. User friendly means we can use it. But when we take some browser or operating system, some apps, so they may not be user friendly. You may not use it properly. So in that case, problem will be there. But this is a friendly language. Anybody can learn Python and they can easily use the software. They can use it for any task, for developing any application. Python, we can use it. Okay. So here when we see about Python, what is the share in the market, where it is being used. Like here, if I type like this, so if I type popular coding languages, okay. So here you can see here Python share it is giving. Here you can see. If you see the images, you can easily understand here. So here you can see this here. So Python yearly increase you can see here. Here 29.9 Java, JavaScript, and here you can see the other also. So here you can see 25.95 it is giving, and here you can see the share here. So Python 31.2. Popular coding languages. Here you can see all this. In 2017 it is doing. So first place you can see Python is there here. And here if you want to see top websites in Python. So if you want to see top websites in Python here, so here you can see popular websites built in Python. Python and Django framework, all these are there. So here you can see the list here. So Netflix, Google, YouTube, Instagram, Uber, Pinterest, Dropbox, Quora, Spotify, Reddit, Yahoo, Instacart, Discuss, SurveyMonkey, Bitly, all these are there. And using a Python language and Django framework. Python language and Django framework here, 25 are listed here. Python language and Django framework. You can see here, YouTube is a Dropbox, Google, Quora, then Uber is there, Lyft, Facebook, Netflix, then here Instagram, Spotify, Reddit, Yahoo Maps, Imbunk, so Pinterest, Onion, Discuss, then Washington Post, NASA, Bitbucket, Reddit gives Prezi, Pitchfork, all these are there. Okay, and here we can type like this. So here I'll say Google written in. If I say Google wrote in, here you can say Python, C, C++, and in Wikipedia you can check here, like which languages are popular. Like here it will shows. Here you can see what coding is used: Python, Google, and Facebook, YouTube. All these are there. So it will show what is front end, back end, what is the database used in the websites. Like all these you can see in Wikipedia, and it will show us what languages are used in the websites. Okay, so here you can see which languages are used. Python you can see here, Python here. Like this you can check. Okay. So here students we can work like this, you can check here. Okay. And like today I've told a few things related to Python. Okay. So I'm students, I'm stopping now. And tomorrow we are going to discuss in real-time applications where Python is used, and what are the real-time applications in Python, and what are the websites used developed by Python, like whatever list we have seen, we will discuss very clearly. And we'll see the other features of Python, like Python is lightweight software, portable, scalable, then versatile applications, like many features are there. So tomorrow we are going to discuss about all those, like the things related to Python. And after that we are going to discuss about the difference between a Java program and a Python program, like how it is Python program is different from Java programming. After that we are going to discuss in next sessions, I'm telling. After that we are going to discuss about the flavors of Python, other important features of Python. Then after that Python installation, interactive mode, bash mode. So we'll move to all these one by one we are going to discuss. Okay. And students, anything to ask, you can talk to me now. See, when I start a Python installation, and when I start the basics, Python keywords and data types, then students can interact with me. You can talk to me. What all doubts you have, you can clarify. I'm going to ask questions in the class. The student should give me answer. And from every chapter, I'm going to give assignments, and the student should submit the assignments to my mail ID. I will check, like all these will be there. Okay. So interaction will be there, like not in demos. When I start installation, from that session onwards, students can talk to me. What all doubts you have, you can clarify. All these will be there. Yeah, please ask, what is your doubt?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, yes. 1 minute.
आप
So here with Python, no need to learn any scripting languages here. For Python, no need to learn any other UI technologies. UI technologies is used for Django. Django is for developing websites. So when you develop websites, when you learn Django, their UI technologies are used. In Python classes, in core and advanced Python, we'll discuss completely about Python coding only. So if you are strong in Python coding, later if you go for DevOps or AWS or any other courses, then it will be easy for you, because there you are going to use modules. Programming you will learn here, like implementation of the modules you are going to learn there. Okay. So there again, programming you will not learn. Whatever modules are there, you need to know how to use it. That's it. Okay. See, for Python, no prerequisite. Python, anybody can learn Python. No prerequisite for Python. For Django, Python is required. For Django, UI technologies is required.
याला HTML एक
See, if you learn latest version, no? If you learn latest version, then I will be teaching old versions also. No, what is there in 3.0? Then all we are going to discuss. No need to learn old version of Python. Okay. If you learn latest version of Python, you will learn everything in Python. Everything ever existing in Python. From old version to new version, we are going to discuss. So here at the end, we are going to discuss about the project that is based on desktop application and database. Okay, so it is like it is real-time project only, like whatever we use in live or real-time projects, like login, registration, then generating reports, or sending the data to Excel, or sending the data to like a CSV file. So all we'll see in that project. Okay, whatever code is used in live or real-time projects, we are going to implement in that project. We are going to use it. Okay. Any doubts? Anything to ask?
सर पाइथन में आप प्रोजेक्ट कोई कंप्लीट करने वाली है क्या?
A project we'll see in the last. See, in Python, we are going to see that project in desktop application, not website.
Okay.
Desktop
Okay.
application will create with database integration. We'll discuss.
Okay.
See,
और
from
आप
every chapter, we are going to discuss interview questions, interview related programs. We are going to discuss from every chapter. I'll tell from every chapter, and we'll
ओके
discuss
और
interview programs also.
ओके सर, और एक डाउट था, आप जो पाइथन डाटा साइंस विद पाइथन लेने वाले हैं क्या? ओनली पाइथन?
Only Python, but I will cover basics of data science and pandas, numpy, matplotlib. All these are there now. All these we are going to discuss, not in depth.
तो सर
Resume
एक्चुअली
building also will see. Resume building also will see in the last classes. I'll tell how to build a resume for freshers, for experience. They like those who want to put fake experience. We can discuss in the last.
ओके
Yeah,
और
we will see. See, we'll see what are the questions asked for beginners. What are the questions asked for the person having 1 year experience, 2 years experience. All we'll discuss.
ओके सर, और एक डाउट था, तो मैं साइड बता, एक्चुअली मेरी मेरी जो फील्ड है ना सर, वो टोटली डिफरेंट है। मैं मेरा हायर क्वालिफिकेशन है वो एमएससी ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री हुआ है।
No problem. In class, I've told no.
हाँ
You may be
हाँ
from
पण बट
any stream, but if
यस पण
Python is
एक्चुअली सर
if Python is required for your stream or for your career, you can happily learn Python.
ओके सर,
Easily
पण
you can learn
एक्चुअली
Python.
एक्चुअली सर मैं अभी जॉब में भी हूँ हैदराबाद में।
Okay.
तो कभी कभी मेरा जो जॉब का शिफ्ट रहता है वो डिफरेंट रहता है। मतलब आपका जो क्लासेस का रहेगा वो मॉर्निंग के टाइमिंग में रहेंगे ना?
Yeah, yes. Otherwise, I
पर
will
कभी
send no recorded videos. I'll send. If you attend one particular batch, it will be easy for you. Like a
हाँ
morning.
हाँ
See, if you are interested to come morning batch, your wish. I'm having
ओके
morning batches, evening batches are also there. Your wish.
ओके सर, ओके सर। आता सपोज सर ये क्लासेस पूरा ऑनलाइन है, समझ हमें हमें तो कोई इस पॉइंट अंडरस्टैंड नहीं हुआ, कोई समझा नहीं, तो हम उसे कवर कैसे करेंगे?
Say, if you are not understanding, you can ask me in the class. I'm
ओके
there to clarify. No, yeah. When I'm explaining, no, if you are not understanding, you can ask, sir. Please explain once again. I will repeat again.
ओके
When you watch the videos, you may get your doubt may be cleared, or you can come to another batch once again. Like a first
ओके
time, if it is not clear, no. Second time, if you want to listen, you can come. But like the students listening first time only, for students it is very difficult. Like
ओके
when they attend classes. So second time listening means your wish. If you want to attend second time for the same chapter, same lesson, your wish, you can come.
ओके सर, और एक था अभी टुडे का जो डेमो लेक्चर हुआ था, एक्चुअल क्लासेस कब स्टार्ट होने वाली?
See, demo means today whatever I've told today, tomorrow I'll not repeat. Like demos
ओके हाँ
means
यस
tomorrow I will discuss some other concepts. They are very useful also. Like
ओके सर
demos means 1-2 days. Then after that, like other features we are going to discuss.
ओके।
Okay.
और
And
टुडे सर टुमारो सेशन हमें कैसा मिलेगा? कोई लिंक?
same link,
ओके, मैसेज
same
वगैरह
link
मेल
only.
आएंगे ना? ओके ओके, और टाइमिंग क्या रहेगा टुमारो का?
Same time only, 9 to 10 only.
ओके सर।
Okay. See,
और
placement assistance and all, you have to talk to online team. So their HR will be there. So if any companies comes to DurgaSoft for jobs, they will inform you through email. They will send you the information, and they are maintaining a Telegram, and in DurgaSoft site they are going to publish.
ओके और एक सर तो अभी आता हमें जो पेड करना है 5000 वो कब करने का और कैसे करने का?
So online payment only. Google Pay, they are sending no numbers, details they are sending. So to your email they will send. In chat
नो सर
option they
कोई
will give. Yeah, like
कोई
see,
डिटेल
internet banking or GPay, many options are there. You please talk to online team. Then they will
ओके
guide.
सर हाँ बट
Okay.
नाम है उसका कोई आपका डिटेल नहीं ना हमारे पास वो कैसा सेंड किधर करने का?
No, they will tomorrow they will talk to you. They will tomorrow they will discuss. They will send you email to your mail ID. They will talk to you on. They'll call to your phone number.
ओके और सर
Okay. Otherwise, I
फीमेल
think in chat option they'll place. No, I think today they did not put. So tomorrow they'll put the payment details.
ओके सर और एक प्रश्न तो सर फी में कोई कंसेशन मिल सकता है?
Yeah. 1 minute. 1 minute. I'm teaching latest version. I don't know about all those. I'm teaching all latest versions only. Like what I will cover everything,
सर
including
कंसेशन में मींस
including
सर
data science also. Yeah, please wait. I'm explaining now. For others, I'm
ओके नहीं
telling
सर
you.
ओके ओके नहीं मेरा मैं कहना क्या था कंसेशन मींस कसं वन टाइम 5000 पेड करना है या हफ्ता म्हणजे मीन्स मंथ 1000
No.
2000
See, payment and all. Talk to online team.
ओके
You can talk. You can talk to them. They will tell what is possible. Okay.
ओके ओके सर
See, changing of timings. I'm not telling here. If you join for
ओके
9 to 10, 9 to 10 only, you have to continue for 2 months.
ओके
Changing the
ओके
timings means another student is saying I'm having shift. That's why I'm telling to him. Like all cannot shift like that. Because if you join for 9 to 10, for 2 months, you'll continue the same timing. If you shift like that, no, you will lose interest, and you will not complete the class within the given time. Okay.
ओके सर नहीं मैं
So
अभी तो क्या
okay,
करूँगा
students.
मैं आपको एक दो दिन में बता दूंगा कि मेरा जॉब का शिफ्ट कौन सा रहेगा कंफर्म उसके हिसाब से
Okay. That problem won't be there because you are saying no shifts will be for
यस
you. It is okay. Okay.
ओके
So students, I
यस
am
सर
stopping now, and tomorrow we'll continue with the other concepts. Okay.
ओके सर